What is crack, peeps? So listen, I'm live in EFPA and there's an elite coaching certification going on behind us. And I wanted to pull out Rachael Ann here to have a wee chat about basically just your journey coming on the course and tell these guys kind of what happened along the way, because I think it's a really interesting story. So how did this all start, Rachael Ann? What were you doing before you even came in the course, and how did this even become a thing that you were thinking about?
Yeah, so before I came in the course, I'm actually a primary school teacher, and I did everything that I was supposed to do. I did the undergrad, the masters, got the permanent job, and I just feel like I was lacking a little bit of fulfilment.
Gotcha.
I felt that there was other areas to be explored, and I had only been a member of a gym for less than a year before I kind of started researching gym courses, and it was actually a personal trainer in the gym said, why don't you do one? And I was like, well, look, could you recommend one to me? And he mentioned yourselves. And from there, I logged onto your website, watched a few of the testimonials, and I signed up for your very famous mailing list. And guys, after a couple of emails, I was hooked. I said, this is the place for me. I wanted to do the course somewhere where it was very practical based, because I feel like strength and conditioning was kind of my weak area, my weak points, and I really wanted to learn more about it. So yeah, you had me hooked from the second or third email. So I signed up and just said, why not? Got nothing to lose.
Gotcha. So, if you're there, and you're saying you're a primary school teacher, that was a fulfilling job. So what was it made you think, had you reached a point where you thought that there wasn't any more growth or development in that, or something else was calling you? Tell me what was going through your mind at that time.
Yeah, I kind of reached a point. So unless you kind of want to go into management or, become a principal or something, there's not a whole pile of room for, professional development. And I just, I really wanted to try something new. And I had recently developed the interest in the gym and exercise, and I was like, I think this could be the road for me.
Okay, well, what was it constantly a curiosity about, where you were thinking, what if this was my job, or is that kind of what was calling you, or did you want to just know more for yourself?
Initially, I just wanted to know more for myself, because I've never had a personal trainer before, and
okay.
I really wanted to, when you go into the gym and you have the fear, oh God, I'm doing this wrong, and I was totally afraid of, squatting racks, heavy weights. I didn't go near them. I was very guilty of going into the gym and, picking up the same weight, kettlebell, doing a few abby things, and that was me. So, yeah, from there I just what, just want to learn more.
Okay, so initially this was right, Rachael Ann wants to know more about this topic, because you got really into it and you just wanted to know as much as you could about this thing.
Yeah.
So you asked your personal trainer for advice, and what happened there?
Yeah, so from there I just decided, I really wanted to learn more for myself, and just to make sure that I'm doing things properly, and technique and just exercise selection.
Gotcha.
But a week or two in, I was like, I actually could see myself working in this field. So it went from being just kind of an interest and a hobby to, I'd actually love to work in this field. And
now, I know a lot of people who are watching this video are probably, because it seems like it was an easy enough decision for you to make, or maybe you'd just been thinking about it so long you thought to yourself, right, I'm going to do something about this. But there's a lot of people who probably are watching this that are maybe a wee bit feared, because they're thinking well, what if it doesn't work? COVID's killed the fitness industry. That could be something that's going through somebody's head today. Or they're there's loads of personal trainers or gyms that, was there any fears or any anxiety that you had to overcome?
Yeah, so before I started, I'm not a powerlifter by any means. I wouldn't have a whole lot of strength, so I was kind of worried, everyone's going to be stronger than me or in better shape. But once I was here, I was like, what, there's, people from all sorts of backgrounds, and the guys here, the teachers here, make you feel so at ease, and yeah, it's just been amazing.
Yeah, I remember because some of this course was delivered obviously during COVID. There was a bit of blended learning element to it and stuff like that there, and we were asking about people's experiences. What was that like for you?
The
blended stuff?
Yeah, it was really good. Do you know what? It actually gave me a new lease of life during COVID, because it was so nice to have it every Tuesday evening and every Saturday, and it just really kept a lot of us going. Yeah, it was something that we looked forward to during the week, and it's great to be back as well, but it was really, really good.
Gotcha. There was something you said about the shooters here as well. It was because this is your profession, you teach people things for a living, that's what you do. So what did you experience then when you came here as a teacher, being taught then? What was that like?
Yeah, so as a teacher coming here being taught, I remember the first week I was just looking at the lads Shane and Sean, and I was whoa, I need to be more like them in my own teaching, because the way they deliver the information is just amazing. They make it so easy for you to learn, and it's so it's applied in a practical way. So you're learning all this new information, but you're actually being shown it on the gym floor as well, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's the important bit that goes behind us.
Because there's only so much I think you can learn from a book or from websites and that kind of thing. I'm the type of learner that needs to be shown here on the gym floor, and it's just, the facilities are amazing, the teaching is just second to none. It's amazing.
Gotcha. Actually, that's something I'll just say. You know, the stuff that we teach on this course here is very, very specific. It is heavily practical, as you can see from the gym behind us. So what I'll do is I'll stick a link where you can download the information so that you can make the decision whether this is actually the right course for you to study yourself. So I'll pop a wee link in the thing below. So, like, how has your vision changed now? Because you came thinking, like, Rachael Ann's going to do this just for herself. Has that changed as you went on during the course here? Has your idea changed, or what's the crack now?
Yeah, absolutely. So initially I just wanted to do it for myself, but now I'm like, no, I could actually really see myself working in this field and really, really enjoying it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Deadly.
Yeah.
Now, this is an important thing because, like we said, a few people are going to be watching this and they're like, Jesus, sounds really easy. Sean sold her over a bloody email. Was there something specific I said? What was it I said in that email? So I don't know. What email was that?
I think it was the Rich Dad Poor Dad email.
Oh, that's the whole,
yeah.
right. So that's it. If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Yeah,
Like,
if nothing changes, nothing changes. You know, I could have easily kept going down the same route, you know, Monday to Friday, same job, getting no fulfillment, but now, you know, you do have to take action and just do it, guys. If you're in two minds at all, just do it. It's the best decision I've ever made, and even family and friends have noticed the difference in me, that I'm so much happier, you know, really, really enjoying it, and I've nothing but good things to say about it, and it's just unreal. Do it.
Like, I think you're 100% right. I think you're going to have one or two options. It's like, continue down the way you're going, like you said, and always have that curiosity and wondering, like, what if I had done that, you know, until it's
I personally think there's no worse feeling than that, you know, constantly wondering. Like, I often wonder myself, like, what if I didn't make that decision to begin the course in January? Like, where would I be now?
Yeah, would life be better or worse?
Definitely worse.
Right, okay.
It's just like, you meet so many amazing people on the way, you know, people from different backgrounds, different jobs, and I do believe that I've made friends for life in this course, and it's just been fantastic.
That's deadly.
I'll be sad now when it's done.
Yeah, well, here, what's your favourite bits? Anything jump out at you?
You know, just, your business lectures online.
Love
them.
Yeah? All right, okay. I thought you were going to say the practical stuff.
Well, the practical stuff as well, but I feel the business element. Business is something that I've always kind of been interested in, and I often thought, like, oh God, I should have gone down that route in college. It does interest me, but just having a little bit of business element in the course is fantastic as well, because
super important.
It's easy learning all the exercises and, you know, how to program and this, that, and the other, but when it actually comes to selling yourself, you know, and having the confidence to deliver.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you feel like a confident coach, and then after the business stuff, you feel like you have the confidence to go out and sell and market
and
stuff
I actually rewatched it a couple of times because it just gave me such a buzz. Yeah.
Deadly. Well, that's something else, because the business element I think is super, super important. You have to,
But again, the practical element is fantastic, and it's so great to be back here, putting what we have learned, you know, with the blended learning online, and, you know, before the whole COVID thing, and then actually applying it in the gym in a practical manner is just fantastic. And it's really good because, like, not only do the coaches show you what to do, but they actually give you an opportunity then to practice with the other members of the group on the gym floor, and there's so much room for, like, feedback. And, you know, usually I'd be really nervous. I'd be like, oh God, I don't want to make a mistake, but it's just such a comfortable environment, and everybody gives each other feedback and everyone's supporting each other, and it's just really, really good to get that practice in before you go anywhere near a gym floor to PT yourself.
Love it. Any final words you say for anybody who's thinking about doing this and they're struggling with the idea? What would you say to them?
Just do it.
Deadly.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go because I cannot hold this phone anymore. My hand is actually shaking. I've got such a shoulder pump. So, dudes, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, I'm going to stick a link where you can download course information that all of the stuff that we do here straight to your device, okay? Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. You want to say bye or what?
Bye.
Cheerio.